Tracy from Lavinia Stamps, and welcome to another day of demonstrations. Okay, so I've got my Yupo card here. I've got my Maultifarious that I'm going to take a print off. So we're going to be needing our alcohol lift ink. So I've got some lovely colours here of alcohol inks. So we're going to be using a combination of those, and then the blending solution, which I've got here, and I've just poured a little of that into a smaller container with a nozzle, a nice fine nozzle. And I'm going to be using my blending tool with a felt pad as well. So to start with, I'm going to create a background with Dijon. So popping that down, just a little bit of blending solution, and then I'm going to just evenly create just one colour in the background to start with. Okay, so now I'm going to add the Dijon. And some meadow. And some eggplant. Okay. So I've got my blending tool. I'm going to add a little bit of blending solution, just dotting over the top, and then I'm just going to go over the top of this, and you can see how it's reacting. It gives you a fabulous technique. Now, just to stop the spread, I'm going to dab that just with some kitchen roll. Okay, and now I'm going to go back with the Dijon and put a little of that on my felt pad, and just bring in some of that now. And all the time it's just changing, and that's the beauty of alcohol inks. You can just keep on working and keep on moving the colours, changing them. Okay. So that's given us quite a nice background now, something a little bit different. So I'm going to take our Maultifarious card now. Just make sure my brayer's clean. And then our alcohol lifting. I'm just going to draw a line of that across the top. And then lining the brayer up, I'm just going to sweep that down the card. And then just placing the Maultifarious. We need to act quite quickly with this because the alcohol lift has quite an effect on the alcohol inks on the Yupo, and it changes completely if you just leave the alcohol lift over the top. I hope that makes sense. And there we have a lovely background. I know I've missed a little bit there, but that's fine. I've not got a problem with that. And you can see again where the eggplant has been and that beautiful pink that's come through. So we can always use the background, just remembering to stamp archival onto the Yupo, and then VersaFine onto our Maultifarious. Okay, so I've got my dry background now. We have got this that we need to sort out, so just got to decide what we're going to do there, whether we're going to cut that off or just fill that in with a smoothie. But we'll decide as we go along. I'm going to be using our reindeer and our lovely tree, and then our stamp called Faith, which has got some really beautiful words in. Okay, so colour wise, I'm going to go with Twilight, and we've got our lovely reindeer. Keep calling him a stag, but he is actually a reindeer. Okay, so I'm inking up in Twilight, and I'm going to pop him down round about there. Just give that a good press, let it rest a while, and there he is. And then taking our nice tall tree, and again I'm going to ink up in Twilight. And I'm going to pop that down next to our reindeer. So again, give that a good press. And there it is. Okay, so we could have a little bit of a moon going on here. So let's pop the lid on that, and we'll go to Monarch. Only want a tiny bit of colour to start with. We'll build that colour up gradually to save any mistakes. So just work your way around the edge. There we go. Okay, so I think I'm going to just trim slightly. And then let's just tear some paper and ground the reindeer. So just find where the feet are, bob that down, and then using the Twilight, I'm just going to go along the edge of that. And it's just a great way of grounding, you know, anything really. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to put some words now down the side. Now I don't want them to be too overpowering. So let's try a couple of different colours. Let's try the Monarch first. I'm just going to try, yeah, I think that's fine, but it needs to be the second impression as opposed to the first. So stamp off and just pop that down the side there. So again, ink up, stamp off, line that up, and then just stamp down the side again. Okay, so I'm going back to Twilight now, just to finish off, and I'm going around the very edge. Just literally touching the edges. And there we go. Okay, so glitter wise, let's have a look what glitters to do. We could use the copper and the green on this, be quite nice. So let's grab our glue pen and let's just follow where the ground is. And we could just pop a little in the trees. Let's try that to start with. And there we go, I think that's enough actually. That sparkle in the tree is great. You've got green and copper going on there. I'm not sure whether you can see that. It looks great anyway. It's just catching that light, isn't it? Okay guys, well that's today's demo. Thank you so much for watching and joining me today. You take care and we'll speak to you